right now I'm just going to make a quick video kind of updating you on how the song is going. I'm planning on releasing a video course on how to learn songs in order to learn Spanish pronunciation. I think it's kind of a fun way to mimic a real Spanish speaker, maybe from a country that you want to learn the dialect from. For example, I love Spain Spanish, but this song isn't from Spain. It's not an artist from Spain. It's actually an artist from Puerto Rico. But I think for me, it really doesn't matter. I think I'm just trying to teach in general, kind of a general sense of the Spanish language, so it works well for me. But I think it's a really good way to learn real Spanish, because you really have to be fluid and you really have to put these syllables together. And so today I just wanted to go through what that process looks like, and kind of like, it is a process. That's really what it is. It's hard, even for a near native speaker like me, or a near fluent speaker like me. This takes time, and it really takes time, especially for like breaking down the syllables and learning how to say those syllables and listening to song over and over again. It just takes time, and I just wanted to show you like where I'm at. I started probably about a couple of weeks ago. I bought the song and I've been listening to it. Kind of my goal with this is to every time I go into the car, I make myself listen to this on my iPhone. And so I just pop it in every time I get into the car. I always listen to this song, and not necessarily reading along with the lyrics. I think that's the best way to practice. But even just getting the beat down and learning how that song goes is really, really helpful. And so I just wanted to kind of give you an update on where I am with learning this song, and that it is a process. It's a learning process, even for someone that's done, I've learned songs before, whereas a complete beginner, a lot of my students will be complete beginners with this, and that's okay. And it's going to take longer for you, but it's so worth it, and you're going to learn real Spanish, which is really fun. So I'm going to make my screen smaller here. I'm going to be in the bottom right. And this is so if I was studying, this is what I would have open. Okay, so you can see on the left side, it's a small window for Audacity. If you haven't downloaded Audacity, it's a free download. It works really well. And get your song, so buy your song off of iTunes or wherever you want to buy your song to get it as an MP3 on your desktop. And then I have the lyrics here, so as you'll see, you kind of get a sneak peek into some of my Udemy course slides and what I'll be talking about there. But today I just wanted to kind of update you as far as where I am and how I would go about, and how I am going about studying and practicing this song. So right now I just want to show you what this looks like. So go ahead and just play this song, and as you can see, the bars on the top left there are moving up. It just means the music is playing, and I'm pressing the space button to play and pause it. For me, I want to practice this song slower, and so normally what people practice at is probably -20. This is a really fast song though. I don't have it on, I've got it on my iPod that I could just open it up really quick here, but it's a really fast rap song that it's gonna take a while for me to practice this, and I've got about half of it down and half of it like I'm still just not there yet. And so I need the lyrics in front of me to be able to practice this. And not only the lyrics, but I'll even give you a part of my course right here. Actually, it's kind of a preview of what my course looks like. So on this slide here, I break down using a specific website the chorus of the song. So here on the left side, you can see Deja la tristeza is the first lyric. And that's what just the normal lyrics would look like online. Whereas on the right, with the syllables, this is what it actually looks like when you break it down into syllables. And so that helps you. You'll see like some red, I highlight some things because sometimes Spanish speakers just skip vowels for some reason. Same thing as we do. We just kind of skip sounds sometimes. And so I listen to it multiple times and kind of pick up on these things. Or if they're like mixing two vowels, I'm putting that dash underneath to remind myself that I need to mix those two vowels when I'm speaking. It's not just there's no space. I'm not closing my mouth. So in my course, I'll kind of teach you how to actually break that down into a really specific and clear way for yourself to be able to read that as you're practicing along. But for now, I'm just going to kind of go back to my lyrics slide. I'm only going to look at the left side. I'm not going to do the whole thing. But what I would do is I'm going to be going into here and clicking effect. So if you haven't watched that video, you can, but I'll kind of review right here. You can slow down the song in Audacity. And I think this is a great tool for any audio. Kind of a side tangent. It's just a fantastic tool. If you have the MP3, you can slow it down and really just get every syllable that a Spanish speaker is saying, which really works well to pick up on the kind of the nuances and the subtleties of the language. So I'm going to go ahead and so I'll click out here, click the effect button, click the change tempo button, and then you're going to slow it down to whatever you want. For me, I think -15 was good for me, but you can do whatever you want. I've done -20, -25 with my students. -15 works really well, and this is a really fast song, so it's still pretty it's a challenge for me even at -15. So you'll click OK. You'll change that tempo, and as you see, maybe you didn't see it, but the audio just kind of stretched out a little bit, so it just got a little bit longer. And then when you press play, it's just every second is a little bit longer now, and so it splits it up the recording. And I would say don't make it too slow because it'll make the kind of speaking choppy. It's sometimes hard to hear at that point, whereas if you keep it at -10, 15, 20, it's usually you can understand everything. So how I would go about doing this is I would right away I would just listen to the song, and at this point I've already listened to the song multiple times. I'm still not perfect at it. I know the chorus, I know some parts of the song, but then there's probably a second half where it's I don't know the lyrics to that. And so right now, and literally what I'm going to do after this video is I'm just going to try to sing along. And even if I don't sing along correctly, I'm just going to open my mouth to kind of say the syllables, or kind of say when I would say the syllables. And you'll have your list of syllables for all of the lyrics of the song. Obviously this song is a ton, but you will do that on your own, and you will kind of read along with the slower version of the MP3, which helps you sing along with it. And so that's where I'm at. It's just a continual process, and a good way to practice this is just to do a chunk, for example. I'm not going to try to learn the whole song. My first goal was to perfect the chorus. Okay, so it was 4 lines. It was deja la tristeza, saca la ansiedad in the first or in the second column there in the middle. And so yeah, this is kind of my strategy and how I'm going about it. And even after a couple weeks of practicing this, maybe once every other day, it's still not perfect, and it just takes time. And so I encourage you guys that don't be discouraged when this takes time, because when you're done with this, not only are you learning vocabulary, and yes, it's good for that, but I also think the most important and the best thing about this process is that you're learning pronunciation. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and practice on my own. Good luck studying yourself. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, and I think an important point in all of this is that you're picking up on the nuances of the language. And so you'll notice here, in the actual lyrics of the song, some D's are missing, some vowels aren't said, and you're picking up on real Spanish. Pick up on that. Even though something might not be spelled correctly grammatically, you want to learn real Spanish, and that's what conversational Spanish is, and that's what's fun, in my opinion at least. So hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions as far as what direction do I go and how do I move forward in practicing this. I want you guys practicing really efficiently. That's the most important thing. So thanks for watching. Watch out for my Udemy course, which kind of outlines the whole process that I'm gonna give to you guys, teach you how to break everything up into syllables and how to use Audacity in kind of better ways, things like that. So thank you. Have a good one.